Welcome back, my friends from Iran. Dorotostan Aman Mani Rapamani Hastam Dozotondaram. Amir Tataloo released two new songs, and I want to say something first about Amir Tataloo, and that is that I had the information a couple of years ago that he was saying he will basically sue all the reaction channels who deal with his music. I actually think in the situation he's at, he'll probably be grateful if reaction channels react on his music, so this is why I'm doing it. Amir Tataloo is in prison in Tehran, in the Evin prison, as far as I know, and from the information I have, he recorded this via phone. So he made a phone call with his management and he was singing the song, and the quality got enhanced by AI. This is at least the information I have. So he's still in prison, still in jail, and we nevertheless get music from him. The track's called Vagon, and I think it actually has the same translation. I think it's like basically a wagon from a train metaphor. And yeah, I have the translation by Ramin. Thank you very much for translating once again a song for me. This is very helpful for the channel. We will dive right into this after the intro.
Wer ist der Don jetzt? Verarsch mich nicht, Cum-Ex. Tu nicht so, als wärst du plötzlich ein Wohltäter wie Frontex. Sie hinterlassen mehr herabwürdigende Comments als Dominas bei Spielen mit Bondage und verbreiten mehr Lügen als Axel Voss bei einem offiziellen Kongress.
If you want to support me, you can check out my Patreon. It's down under the video. You can see which Patreon exclusives I have right there. But first we dive into a Vagon by Amir Tataloo, long song. Really interested how it sounds because it's AI enhanced and it's basically recorded via phone, which is kind of crazy on its own. So let's check this. Yeah, it's the train sound. That is what I mean. And you can hear already from the sound of his voice that, of course, the voice sounds pretty rough and is kind of not according to the quality of the sound design and the beat. But yeah, what can he do, right? There's only as much as you can do.
وقتی ماهو میبینی تو صورت اون که دوستش داری نگاه کن تصور کن تو این قطار دنیا داری انگاری واگن نگاه کن عمر تو که با چه سرعت داره میره.
I think what I haven't mentioned is that the song is pretty sad. You know, it's a very sad song. I think I should have mentioned this in the first place.
نمیتونی تصور کنی من چند بار دیدم ماهو از لای میله وقتی ماهو میبینی تو صورت اون که دوستش داری نگاه کن تصور کن تو این قطار دنیا.
I have to say the sound is really crazy. You know, it's because of the circumstances how this song got recorded, but still it's like I wonder what I'm actually listening to, you know what I mean?
نگاه کن عمر تو که با چه سرعت داره میره نمیتونی تصور کنی من چند بار دیدم ماهو از لایه میده
تماس از زندان تهران و تماس گیرنده زندانی میباشد.
Okay, so I want to check a little bit of the lyrics because this is what we're actually here for. Again, thank you very much for Ramin for translating the thing. So he starts with, in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, Amir Tataloo. So this is how he calls himself, and he as well is making very clear he believes in God. When you see the moon, look at the face of the one you love. Imagine that on the train of this world you have a wagon. Look at your life, how fast it's passing by. So these are of course metaphors. He can't speak directly because he's still in prison, but what it actually says is like, a life is short, and especially when you're like, I think you realize this when you're in prison, the how short life actually is because you have nothing to do. Look at your life, how fast it's passing by. You can't imagine how many times I've seen the moon through bars. And he means, of course, the prison bars, like the jail bars in the Tehran prison where he's an inmate. When you see the moon, look at the face of the ones you love. Imagine that on the train of this world, you're just a wagon. So this, when you see the moon and look at the face of the one you love, is kind of his memories, I feel. He's remembering the people he loves because he can't see them, obviously. A wagon, look at your life, how fast it's going. You can't imagine how many times I've seen through the bars. And then it goes, I waited 2 weeks for the full moon, but the sky was cloudy. I endured the winter so it would get warm. Yeah, it was still cold, and all that remained was patience. So that makes a lot of sense. He doesn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and he has to be patient to get free at one day. I looked at the sky, then suddenly lightning struck and frightened me. I put my heart into the earth, then suddenly an earthquake came and shook my whole heart. I think, you know, these are really hard to say what it's about, because I feel, of course, he can't say certain things if he wants to criticize the Islamic Republic, for example, or he wants to criticize the police, the IRGC, the whatever is connected with them, right? So he's just describing his feelings, and he's not addressing what he actually means right here. Yeah, I waited 2 weeks for the full moon, sky was still cloudy, so this getting repeated right here, and I think that's where at in the lyrics. I'm actually not sure, but I think we should continue right here.
صبر کردم ماه کامل چه هوا بود زمستونو تحمل کردم که گرم شه هنوز سرد و فقط صبر موند به آسمون نگاه کردم یه هررد و برزد و تنمو ترسون به زمین تا که دل بستم یه زلزله اومد کل قلبم لرزون آره 2 هفته سر.
It's really interesting that we have like some of the sound design which is kind of giving us hints what this might be about. So we are hearing gunshots, which is like, this might be a hint what this part of the lyrics are about, right?
کردم ماه کامل شخ هوا بود زمستونو تحمل کردم هوا خوب شه هنوز سرد و فقط سبمون به آسمون نگاه کردم یه هررد و برزد و تنمو ترسون به زمین تا که دل بستم یه زلزله اومد کل قلبم راستش من توی مدت قرنطینه کامل دیگه فامیلیات گرفتم یه وقتای مسئولیتت اینه که باید تک و تنها فقط بیکار و بی هیچ وابستگی و بدون هیچ حتی هدف و هیچ مسئولیتی فقط بتونی زندگی کنی، نفس بکشی، فقط بتونی فکر نکنی، بتونی یک لحظه فقط یک لحظه هم شده هیچ دخالتی تو کار خودم مطالعه نکنی، هیچ چیزی رو جا به جا نکنی.
Okay, so I think I was already too far with the lyrics. I think it was this part right here where he's talking. So I think that is the last part we had. Honestly, during all that time in complete quarantine, I finally learned that sometimes your only responsibility is this. First of all, he's been quarantined, which is kind of crazy on its own. So he was basically lonely in his cell. To be completely alone, with nothing to do, free of every attachment, with no goal, no duty, no burden, just to live, just to breathe. So his realization of, I have no duties, I don't have to do anything. The only thing I have to do is to survive, to live, to breathe, right? Simply to be able not to think, to be able for a moment, just for a single moment, to stop interfering in the work of the Almighty, to move nothing, to change nothing, just let it be. Sometimes your responsibility is to do nothing, to do absolutely nothing. I feel this is going so deep, it's crazy. Because I never was in prison, but of course it's not just any prison. It's like, you know, he's completely in a singular cell. There's nobody. He basically is not allowed to see anybody else for a long time, probably. I think that can drive someone mad. You can actually go crazy from this, but these realizations I think make a lot of sense. So yeah.
بعضی وقتا مسئولیت اینه که هیچ کاری نکنی. هیچ کاری نکنی. هیچ کاری نکنی. من که هستم، معنی نداره شب برات شما گل، من شب درات. تو می نویسم میشه تو خودکارم انگار جوهر و مرکب نبات. منم بالاخره یه روزی به لطف خدا میچینم یه میرز مرتب برات. باز میشه این در، صبح میشه این شب. حال خودم میخرم برات، هرچی شما بخوای راستم بگو، هرچند فرقی نداره بگو اصلا هر چقدرم درات. من جلو شما جیبم کلم برقرار، زیپ یا دکمه رو جیب پولم فرار. یادی جلو پاتره یه پالت دلار گرفتم فندک رفتم چقدر گنگی که تو اینمه.
Okay, it's crazy because they actually were cutting parts of these phone calls together, so it makes sense. This is how it feels, what they've been doing, and there's a lot of effort going into the edit of this song, I feel. So I actually respect for, I think it's Weird the World, Hassan Baba, who made the arrangement. I suppose he did all of this. So really big respect for this.
مگه که مگه خداوند متعال کجا داده که همه که سیکه هم متوکل خودشون هم از دم همیشه آماده متحرکه با ایام معدب شکر خود تو بگو نصف شب 4:20 هستم. من که اینو میدونم شما فقط اینو تتریست ترسم. من هم سنم ایران شکتم قبلا انشالله میبینم تو دستم دیگه. دستای شما اگه خدا بخواد 90 هم نه 120%.
Wow. Yeah, it's really emotional. You know, I can feel the pain for a good reason. It's really painful. The lyrics continue. You're the flower, I'm your clover. Clover is usually a metaphor for luck. I don't know what this means in this context. When I write about you, it's as if my pen becomes ink and sweet nectar. A lot of these metaphors are not explained or anything. And one day, by God's grace, I'll set a neat table for you. I don't know. You know, it was just my thought. He seems to be talking about a specific person who's very important for him. So it might be. Does he have children? You know, I was just thinking about this, but it might be that he's talking about this. This door will open again, this night will become morning. So he said, like, one day I will be free. Yeah, I'll buy you whatever you want. Just tell me what it is. It doesn't matter. Tell me no matter how much it costs. For you, my pockets are always fine. So this part seems to be like a letter to someone specific. I just want to say this, that it sounds like that. Zipper or button, money is quick to slip away. Maybe one day you'll suddenly see me light a pallet of dollars at your feet and watch it go up in the smoke. What he's saying right here is actually that he doesn't care about money. You know, I think, you know, it's a hard thing to, it's easy to say if you have a lot of money, but he actually saying I don't care about money, right? You don't know how gangsta is that out of everyone, she's my one and only companion. Oh, okay. So sounds like a beloved woman. Okay. If Almighty God has given me you, then you're the one who stands on her own feet and is always ready to move forward. So saying God is with you and you will go your way, right?
شده از عرش تا فرش کل راهم که هیچ من اتوبان و بزرگ راه شدم حقام هی تو گلوم از هم چه سبقت گرفتن و چه خودخواه شدن گم شدن هر دو چشام باز پشت اشکام من خودم بارون شدم خیس شدم منی که ماه کامل بودم ببین پشت ابرا چه تو هم داغون و هم نیست شدم تی شده از عرش تا فرش کل راهم که من اتوبان و بزرگ راه شدم دقیقا ماشین شدن و تو گلوم هی ازم سبقت گرفتن و چه خودخواه شدم
Okay, so there's some car crashing happening right here 2 times. I think it's not really in the lyrics. I think it's once again a double meaning in the lyrics, I feel.
گم شدن هر دو چشام باز پشت اشکام من خودم بارون شدم خیس شدم منی که ماه کامل بودم ببین پشت ابرا چه تو هم داغون و هم نیست شدم تو هم
Yeah, it's you know, it's getting me emotionally. I have to say, it's really getting me emotionally.
صبر کردم ماه کامل چه هوا زمستون رو تحمل کردم که گرم شه هنوز سرد و فقط سبمون به آسمون نگاه کردم یه هررد و برق زد و تنم و ترسون به زمین تا که دل بستم یه زلزله اومد کل قلبم لرزون آره 2 هفته صبر
I think that was the hook, right? It's I had the feeling we had this part already, but I'm not really sure. So it sounded like this. Yeah, and actually we have a lot of more lyrics to go. Because I know you only want Amir Tataloo, this is going on again with his beloved, and I'm amazed by you, thanks be to God, God willing, I'll see it in my hands, your hands if God wills. 90 and 100, no 120%. I've traveled the whole road from sky to the dirt. Yeah. I mean, this line is a lot of, it has like the metaphorical meaning of thinking like he was on the very top of the Iranian music industry, and now look where he's at. He's in prison. He can't do nothing. And not only that, I've become the highway itself. My sobs turned into cars and repeatedly overtaken me in my throat. How selfish they've become. So I don't know if this kind of resembles these car crash sounds, if this resembles like he feels like he's been in a car accident and hit by a car, something like this. Both my eyes got lost behind my tears. I became the rain myself. I got soaked. So talking about his very strong, very strong sadness that he feels. I was once a full moon. Look how behind the clouds. And I think this is this was the repetition part, I'm pretty sure. So we should continue with the song.
زمستونو تحمل کردم اما خوب شه هنوز سرد و فقط صبر موند به آسمون نگاه کردم یه رد و برق زد و تنم و ترسون به زمین تا که دل بستم یه زلزله اومد کل قلبم لرزون Mr. Reward, what's up? What's up? That's it, man. Stop. Let's go finish. خلاص.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's really, really sad. It's really, really sad what we have right here. So we have this part that got repeated with the patience, the cloudy sky, the earthquake, the suddenly lightning struck, it frightened me. So this is all the repeated part. I wonder if there's anything we hadn't had right here. Yeah, I mean, right here we have, look how behind the clowns I've become both ruined and faded away. So we didn't have that so far. But then again, this is the end. And the outro is Mr. We Are The World, which is the producer, sound designer of this thing. And I think that's the rest of the lyrics. Guys, it's crazy, it's crazy. Tell me how you like my reaction. If you want to support me, you can go on Patreon and support me right there. You can actually inform me if there's any, about any information about Amir Tataloo, and would be interesting for me personally if there was any statement from his management for reaction channels, if they are fine with reaction channels doing doing videos for his music. That would be interesting for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out.